Hello, and welcome back to Sassy's Virtual Classroom. So, our question today is, how long should school really take? One of the biggest questions new homeschool parents ask is, how many hours should my child be doing schoolwork each day? Many parents picture a traditional day and assume homeschooling should also take 6 or 7 hours. But here is the good news: homeschooling usually does not need to take nearly that long. A traditional school day includes much more than direct instructions. Students spend time changing classes, lining up, taking attendance, waiting for everyone to finish, passing out materials, going to lunch and recess, attending assemblies, and participating in other school activities. At home, you are often working with only one child or a small number of children. Lessons can be more focused, more flexible, and better matched to your child's needs. Because of that, you may accomplish the same amount of academic work in much less time. A general guideline: every child and every homeschool looks different, but here is a general idea of how long focused schoolwork might take. If your student is in preschool and kindergarten, about 30 minutes to 1 hour. If your student is first or second grade, about 1 to 2 hours. If your student is third through fifth grade, maybe 2 to 3 hours. In middle school, they can work about 3 to 4 hours. In high school, it may take as long as 4 to 6 hours, depending on the courses and their assignments. These times do not have to happen all at once. You can divide the work into shorter learning periods throughout the day. For example, a young child might complete reading and phonics in the morning, take a long break, and then do math later. Science and social studies may not need to be taught every single day. Some families alternate those subjects or study them through projects, books, videos, nature walks, experiments, and field trips. And I'm just going to say there are a lot of YouTube videos that you can uh, use to help your child learn about history and science. There's a whole lot. And then take a field trip and see it in person. Focus on learning, not the clock. Try not to judge the success of your homeschool day by how many hours your child sat at the table. Instead, ask yourself, did my child practice an important skill? Did my child learn or understand something new today? 3, did we read together? 4, did we make any progress? A focused 20-minute lesson can be much more productive than an hour-long lesson filled with frustration, distractions, and tears. You also do not need to keep adding worksheets simply because your child finished early. When the lesson objective has been met, it is okay to stop. Finishing early does not mean you did not do enough. It may simply just mean that your child understood the lesson. Good job. Young children need short lessons. Young children usually learn better through short, active lessons rather than long periods of sitting. A first grader may be able to focus for only 10 to 20 minutes at a time. That is perfectly normal. You might complete a short phonics lesson, take a movement break, practice sight words, have a snack, and then return to math later. And just a little keynote: as a public school teacher, when we had to take those movement breaks, there are a lot of fun brain breaks on YouTube that you can have them do, especially if they're not able to go outside due to weather. And the brain breaks make it really nice, and the kids really enjoy them. Learning can also happen away from a desk. Your child can practice math while cooking, build vocabulary during a walk, learn science while planting flowers, practice reading with signs and labels, or develop writing skills by making a grocery list. Those experiences count as learning too. Watch your child. Some children move through lessons quickly. Others need more repetition, movement, breaks, or one-on-one support. If a lesson is taking much longer than expected, pause and ask yourself why. Is the work too difficult? Is your child tired or hungry? Does your child need the directions explained differently? Would a break help? Is there a missing skill that needs to be taught first? Longer does not always mean better. Sometimes a child who is struggling needs a shorter lesson with more support, not more work added onto it. It is also perfectly acceptable to stop a frustrating lesson and return to it later. Protecting your child's confidence and your relationship is much more important than finishing every page in one sitting. What could a simple elementary day look like? A basic homeschool day for a younger child might include 15 to 20 minutes of phonemic awareness or phonics. And I'm also going to be doing some videos of why phonemic awareness and phonics are very important. 15-20 minutes of reading. Reading every day is important. Of course, things happen and sometimes you have to miss a day, but reading is very important. 10 to 15 minutes of handwriting or writing. 20 to 30 minutes of math. A read aloud, a science activity, social studies lesson, art project, or outdoor activity. You can include breaks between each subject. You may also spend more time in one area when your child needs extra practice and less time in an area your child has already mastered. Your homeschool does not have to look exactly like anyone else's homeschool. Quality matters more than quantity. The goal is not to keep your child busy from morning until afternoon. The goal is to help your child learn, grow, and develop a love of learning. Some days will be longer, some days will be shorter, some lessons will go beautifully, and some days you may need to close the books and try again tomorrow. That does not mean you are failing. It means you are learning how to teach the child in front of you. Start small, focus on the most important subjects, build a routine that works for your family, and adjust it when needed. Remember, homeschooling is not about recreating a traditional classroom inside your home. It is about creating a learning experience that works for your child and your family. I would love to hear from you in the comments. How old is your child and how long does your homeschool day usually take? And if you are new to homeschooling and would like more simple, practical encouragement, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Sassy's Virtual Classroom. We're going to walk through this journey together, one step at a time. You got this.